Yo, welcome back to PunchDrunk ENT. You got your guys here with your Mr. Swag and the Waggy.
And I'm just Dan.
And we back with another reaction video.
Another death battle. Newest season. I forget what season they said this was. But it's the second episode of the season.
Season 11.
11? I thought it was 8. It's season 8.
Season 8.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. Year 11.
It's been year 11 or year 10 anniversary. Who cares? It's the second episode of whatever season this is. Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. Say that again.
Wow.
Versus Reverse Flash.
But the crazy thing about this is anime and manga has not been doing good against comics.
What do you think you do when you got decades and decades and decades of things you can pull from? So
I mean, the thing about it is, from viewing, I think Goku Black should win this. But as you said, with all the
plus DC just lost the last one with Batman losing to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So DC they about to get that run back.
Hey man, I just want to see a good fight. So with all that being said,
before we get into it though, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and show your boys some love.
So without further ado, death battle. Rooster Teeth.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your
That's where
superhero
this came
husbando.
from.
Okay.
He's
Two
with
characters who
high
imitate
boomstick.
somebody else.
And it's our job to
Yeah.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yeah, 10 years. Okay.
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
What?
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity.
God damn.
Some people I know.
Yeah,
B.
I know those people
That's the dog's
too.
name? Was it
His
B?
heart was clouded.
I think it was.
Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most,
that
it
in
could
mind.
even be as large as 13 times.
Also keep this in mind. Goku Black had trouble using the same powers as Goku.
To hold on to that type of power, he did.
But this news right here might be irrelevant because Goku Black wasn't doing the same things Goku can do.
Okay, death battle. What you got?
Greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches travel across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Yep, there it is.
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative.
No,
Hold on. Shout out to Booba. But I gotta say, I always had my troubles with Dragon Ball Super. But his intro was fucking dope.
His intro was better than what the character actually turned out to be.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Because we knew, because remember, everybody, they knew it was going to be, all we kept hearing was evil Goku, evil Goku. It was like, okay, this would be interesting. We see a lot of the shows do it.
Yeah.
And then when you saw it and everything and didn't know their whole backstory, you're like, oh shit, this is probably going to be fire. But then it had its high moment, its climax, and then dropped hard. And if you watch Super, you know what I'm talking about.
Fusion.
We gonna get into it.
5'9", 136.
Normally, talent's fighting Prodigy.
Likes tea, flying pigs, and himself.
Vega. That's who he remind me of. It's like a fucking Vega.
You.
Mortal Samajin and Xeno. Yeah, we all know why he ate Xeno.
Yep.
You might be wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Can you explain why it was red?
Really? What is he, a
I
suburban
don't
wine
know.
mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature.
Alright, so
to
they got some of
teleport
the
to their
moves from the
location.
game.
He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit
Yamcha. Wow.
Make a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud.
I love you, dog.
Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea.
Don't explain it.
You can't.
Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another, and another, and another, and another.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black has crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegeta
Hold up. You're gonna get into some of these. Alright, so he's superior to Goku's battle with God Street. Wow. Okay, Goku fighting star after just one fight. Okay. Survived Goku attempt from Hakai.
Okay. That's why I say how the manga is having different things going on, so I'm glad that they touched on that too.
Yeah, Fuse was down to, we know that. And he defeated Goku, Vegeta, and Future Trunks.
Okay.
He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took
where everything messed up.
The most powerful being in all of creation, to
and how do we fix that?
That entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Okay.
Barry Allen, The Flash, is one of the greatest heroes in history, inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
All right, Wiz, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years here in Death Battle, but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest first name
I thought it was
I've
backwards
ever
or
heard
something.
in my life.
I did too.
Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
He looked
That's
crazy.
when Thawne found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Wow.
Zoom.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Wow.
The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be
I like
Flash's best friend,
Professor Zoom better than Reverse Flash.
Yes, I do too.
Like, Reverse Flash is just a
It's
typical comic book thing where you just the name describes what they are. Or what
Grey
they do.
Hawk.
Yeah.
Let's go Professor Zoom. It sounds more different than him. Just not Eobard.
I'm about to
Please
say,
just not Eobard sounds like a villain name though.
Yeah. Thawne, even the last name. I like the last name Thawne.
Yeah.
But Eobard is just, I don't know. So
He
height
sounds
and weight,
evil.
he's kind of right there with Goku Black. Professor, plastic surgery to look like Barry at one point.
Wow.
You like Barry, you like Barry, you like Barry, and you hate Barry 3 times.
Okay, I guess.
Obsessed fan.
Yeah, I mean, kind of lazy though. Let's talk about it. You're lazy a little bit there, that battle.
he'd
True.
be his greatest
Well,
enemy.
or DC. I don't know.
I guess also
One of y'all
ensure
lazy.
his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on
What?
fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne
drinking
draws
on?
his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than 2 gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And
God.
if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris. And
No.
Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy
Alright.
sounding.
Wow.
But even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And
damn.
instead of stealing your speed like other
Golly.
Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life.
Wow.
And age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel, and he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's
Wow,
another big difference
bruh.
between Thawne and Barry.
Obsession.
Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster! But wait, Wiz, that's impossible! Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means
he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally,
he's a broken
physically,
character.
temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa!
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past,
Yo, that's
it made
crazy.
him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or
Damn.
getting Dr. Manhattan by the big blue god dong himself.
Yeah.
Thawne was always reborn,
Both.
unable to
The
stay
wrong
dead.
place to cheer. I like it. So, all right. So his thing is, so doing all that, his whole timeline does not even exist. First, you didn't even get accepted by anybody. Your idol, Barry, didn't want you. The girl didn't want you. Now your whole timeline is gone. Anybody you ever known or thought of is gone. So now he just bounces around in different timelines.
He's broken.
He took on the entire Flash family simultaneously.
Did he win?
I know, did he?
I see that at the bottom, but let's go do it.
I don't know what an infinite mass punch is. Sounds strong.
Very much so. Could not be killed by Dr. Manhattan. Wow. Okay. I see you.
All right.
So we had two people that really can't be killed.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold back.
He survived a hit from Barry while he had the
That's the
entire
mass punch.
Speed Force absorbed into him,
Damn.
and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the
There we
remains
go.
of a star's
All the numbers out.
core, which has a mass of over 2
Here we go.
octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But
Goodness.
he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
Oh,
Wow.
Really sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
But not
can
entirely.
save you.
Barry didn't kill Thawne. He reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's Comics Wiz, he'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll
Yeah,
always
that's the,
catch you. And time is always
what's the
on
name of
his
the show?
side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Ooh. All right.
All right, the
What's your
combatants are set.
prediction?
Run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you how to reverse things in the bedroom in a flash with Blue Chew.
I'll talk about like
This
doing
episode
this.
is-
It seemed like once again DC is just stacked with too much.
Yeah.
Like they didn't go. Goku Black, his whole explanation wasn't nowhere near touching all this.
It's just so much that goes with it. My thing is, it's like, what's the name is going to be a better fighter though? It's like you
Goku.
see, that Goku Black is going to be a better fighter.
But they never really will the speed outmatch that.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing, man. Can you keep up with his speed?
It's good. They're gonna have a whole thing with I don't know. I think somebody gonna go they're gonna try to go back in time and kill each other before then. I don't know. Goku Black can't be killed in a prior time because of the time ring, so
Yep.
I don't know. Reverse Flash can exist in so many different universes, so I'm
They just keep killing each other.
Still taking DC over this.
There you go.
They
He's going
need
DC.
a win.
I'm manga anime all the way, man. Let's go Goku Black.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get it.
It was
Oh, that's
me
right,
that-
Flash Dig.
I was the one who.
Oh, you killed Quicksilver. Hey.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Teacup in hand.
Oops.
All right, here we go.
Sir, I'm in need of your services.
Damn. All right, here we go.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortal!
Okay.
What do you think of this color? Is it not beautiful?
All right, so you already brought out the what's the name first.
They said he could take a hit, man.
Yeah, he did.
Octilitons or however much it was.
Right, that's the bad part about it.
Yep.
Oh no.
How many octilitons is Goku's punches?
Ain't that many. Well, you never know.
Death in reverse.
Definitely. Wow. Okay.
Going to a different art style?
Yeah, they gonna do different universes.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine.
Oh.
Doesn't affect them though.
Oh gosh.
Why aren't you dead?
Jump him.
Yeah. That level 3 move right there. Are they gonna go through a time loop?
They gonna confuse everybody with time travel.
Oh gosh. Quicksilver, no! I had to kill Quicksilver.
Of all things
Again.
that look down upon creation itself, that is the work of a god!
Oh my gosh.
Empty threats to a living paradox.
Choked him out.
How truly foolish.
Took his ring.
Was that important?
Uh-oh. Damn!
This a wrap?
No!
The only thing that saved him was that damn ring.
Goodness gracious.
How fun.
Woohoo! KO.
KO! You know, we've sent enough people to that
Dang.
sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge.
Definitely.
Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thorn is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash,
gracious.
many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black to destroy said.
That's the only overpower he had was the ring. You take the ring, you can kill him, he won't come back.
Counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe. And over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously
So basically, I ain't want to go through that.
That's because the writers of Super gave up on it.
Super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers. The gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power.
You definitely did.
Goku's body because he's more
I got a rant
take
though.
Shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpower.
I like that little
Black.
animation.
With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black
What up,
was
Zam
a
Zam?
nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not underwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Death Battle.
This next
Something
episode
else to
is
watch. Season 2 of
Oh,
Black Sabbath
gosh.
is available right now on
the battle of the oh yes.
All about contestants trying to
I
make each other
don't know
laugh,
how
but
you gonna
trying
do
their
this.
hardest not to.
I don't
If you
know.
laugh, you're out. Watch the first episode right now. By
All
clicking
right,
the video
hold
on
on.
the side.
Pause this real quick. I was gonna see the rules. Wow.
Hey, look, it's for fun.
There you go, man.
Oh no.
Oh, that was fun though.
It was predictable.
It was.
Like I said, you got a character with you can't do comics versus anime.
You can't.
You can't.
And it's fucked up.
Especially with an anime character who is relatively still new.
Yeah.
Who
definitely.
you really don't have too much to really pull from. His arc was how many episodes?
Man, I don't even think it was 20 episodes. I think it was about 20. And it just showed, like you said, it just showed how vast DC really is.
Yeah.
You know, against Batman and stuff, like, yeah, we know Batman's always gonna lose. But now let me stop.
But I like how they did, like, with the actual matchup. You got two characters who are imitating another main character in that same universe.
Right.
I wish they would add somebody other than Goku Black. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but Goku Black was just that seemed like a weird pick.
It was a weird pick. It was a very weird matchup and everything, because you had somebody that was more into the fighting. Like, don't get me wrong, Reverse Flash, they fight in DC. Like I said, we didn't know what type of moves that Reverse Flash had. That was my whole thing. My whole thing as in, okay, fighting wise, what does he bring to the table except running real fast and punching you real fast?
And when you have the speed, you really don't need that. That's the same argument with Superman. He's so strong, he's so fast, he don't really got to have hand-to-hand knowledge.
And that's the thing that kind of like, it's like, because, you know, Goku Black, you got Goku moves, so you kind of wanted to see more of a fight and everything. And that's my only problem. Love the battle though, but I think my only problem was I wanted to see more of a fight rather than just going time traveling and then
rather than comic book shit. I'm sure Goku Black, his Saiyan pride was let down because he didn't get a fight that he wanted.
Fuck you, DC, man. You guys beat anime manga again. Anime doesn't do good on Death Battle.
Yeah, that's why they was doing a lot of anime versus anime.
Yeah, it doesn't match up. I'm trying to think of an anime that actually won against a comic.
If you guys know,
let us know.
Put it in the comments.
Please.
Give us the info, because old episodes of Death Battle, they're not real fresh up here with me. So
yeah. But we about to get up out of here.
Click down below for that original video and everything that we got going on from our merch, our socials. Check out our YouTube membership. And our Patreon for exclusive content only seen there.
Make memories, stay humble, live life for death battles. It's like no agony.
Just Dan.
And we out.